executive producer, writer, director, and showrunner. Please welcome Jeff King.
Thank you to members of the LMGI watching tonight for the honor of presenting this Lifetime Achievement Award to a location manager whose career and accomplishments are the stuff of legend here in Toronto, and who is one of my heroes in our industry. I first met Aine Furey in the lobby of the Toronto Film Office in 1982 or 3, where I had been sent to pick up a permit for an upcoming shoot. When she called a few months later to offer me a job on her feature head office, I hopped at the chance. Aine became my mentor as a location manager, as she has done with so many over her distinguished career. I learned a tremendous amount from her about how to select, contract, and manage a location. What was most obvious to me is crews loved Aine and respected how she did her job, and I benefited from seeing why and how. She was also a very proud, vocal spokesperson for Shooting Toronto. Here's a photo of Aine and I in the mid-1980s up on a crane, properly harnessed, of course. As I remember, we were promoting Toronto as a great location to shoot a movie, and she had convinced the producers to support the film office by using the shoot that day for the promotion. The Toronto skyline we looked out at from that vantage has changed, but Aine's reputation as a taste-making, hardworking, responsible, caring location manager has remained as consistent as her patient good nature. She's also a total fashionista. Did I mention Aine is famous for her hats? When a few years later, as a new series UPM, I begged Aine to come and work for me. I'm certain that photo was taken in a young UPM's moment of deep logistical angst, and Aine was about to deliver the perfect solution. 5 seasons later, the relationships we formed on that series built the foundation of a team that worked together and apart, producing groundbreaking, award-winning Made in Toronto series, including Night Heat, ENG, Due South, and many more. Aine is truly a person about whom I can say, I'm a better person for knowing you, I'm grateful for your friendship, and I benefit from your talent every day. You could not have selected a better person to receive this award, therefore, and I am very grateful to be here today to celebrate her. And now I would like to introduce Director Art Hindle.
Hello, everybody, and hi, Aine. I wore my special ENG outfit today, just for you, my Mike Fennell outfit, because that's when I met Aine, back in 1989 when we started shooting the very successful series ENG. And that was probably well into her first decade as a location manager. She was probably starting in 1980, the first and maybe only female location manager at the time. So she was our location manager, and every location she found just seemed to create an extra character into the story. And we won the Best Series Award for 5 years in a row, and locations were a big part of that excellence. She was always the consummate pro and a delight to work with. She raised 3 children the whole time and always found time to mentor and friend people coming up. She helped shepherd many of today's location managers. So I find it a great honor at this time to present the 2021 Location Managers Guild International Lifetime Achievement Award to our friend and a wonderful person, Aine Furey. Cyber hugs, Aine. Love you.
I am thrilled to receive this remarkable honor from the LMGI and immensely grateful to their selection committee for choosing me for this Lifetime Achievement Award 2021. After nearly 4 decades in film, this is the highlight of my career. I'm going to give you a little bit of history. So my first feature film was non-union, Prom Night, and I soon learned that you had to go out on your own and figure out what you had to do besides looking for locations. My second show was a union show entitled The Littlest Hobo, and I was on that show for 5 seasons with the wonderful Nabeck crew, and that was followed by my first union feature film entitled Head Office with a wonderful IATSE crew. Gosh, I was learning fast. Location managing was a relatively new category within the Directors Guild, of which I've been a member for 42 years. And you basically had to wing it, and you used your common sense, and you learned to cope every day with whatever came your way. Then as your skills developed, you learned to break down scripts, meet with producers, directors, and production designers to obtain their vision, and you hopped in your car with your camera, your notebook and pen, and lots of quarters for the public payphones. Eventually, mistakes were made, of course, and you never repeated them. And you became the face of the production for the general public. You became the problem solver. And basically, you found the locations that were required. To the producers, directors, and production designers whose vision helped guide our search for that perfect location and allowed our creative contribution to get to the screen. Thank you. To all the film crews I worked with who were so professional and respectful of locations and friendly to the locations owners who'd wave goodbye as we'd leave and say, come back anytime. I thank you. To our Film Commission, the Ontario Film Commission, now known as Ontario Creates, to the Toronto Film Commission, and all film offices throughout our province, Ontario, thank you for keeping that welcome mat out to all productions. Naish McHugh, our first Toronto Film Commissioner, his first day on the job and his first phone call was me asking to put a car over the Scarborough Bluffs. Well, Naish and I developed an understanding and trust over many years. Thank you, Naish. Special mentions must go to Ken Girardi and Don McCutcheon, who were first ADs on The Littlest Hobo, and to Michael Zenin, former actor and first AD on Head Office, and to Jim Kennedy, who was an IATSE transport coordinator. God rest his soul. To these 4 gentlemen, they contributed to my education as to the needs of the production while on the road. I thank you. To Jeff King, who was my partner in locations on Head Office in 1985, who later became a PM and now an established producer. Jeff and I spent a total of 15 years over many productions. Just a wonderful gentleman. And he also introduced me to Sonny Grosso, a very special individual who was the New York cop who broke the French Connection. He's now residing in the precinct in the sky. Sonny will never be forgotten. And to Chris Danton, who has been with me through thick or thin over the past 40 years. Chris is now a producer. Thank you all. And now to those of you who made me look at my location teams, there were many. Thank you all for your hard work, your dedication, your understanding, your creative talents, and for your trust in me. And especially to Doug Tell, who spent many years by my side and contributed so much. All of you are the reason I am receiving this award. I am indebted to all of you, and I thank you from my heart. To my family for putting up with the long hours and the absence, but I have one daughter, Cleona, who went into the biz, so now she gets it. I love you all and thank you. For Claudia Braden from the Fairmont Royal York Hotel in Toronto, thank you for hosting this today. And now to the founders of this wonderful organization, who in 2003 operated as the Location Managers Guild of America, and in just 10 short years in 2013 became an international organization, who has brought to the forefront the creative contribution that location managers and their teams contribute to the big picture. To our current president, John Rackage, and former presidents, to our current board and former boards, thank you very much for opening the line of communication between all members worldwide. I'm a big fan, and I'm very honored to receive this award.